What's up, Cowboys fans? We're back to talk about some free agency. We're heavy in the draft season, but we know free agency comes first. The Cowboys typically aren't big players in early day one free agency. We normally like to, wait till the back end, maybe like a week into it, then put out some 2-year deals, 3-year deals on some lesser name guys. But hey, the Cowboys fans are going to theorize and speculate regardless. So I just wanted to talk about a few of those theories. Also, how will those positions, how will they factor into our depth chart? Just a fun little thing. So let's get into it, right? Dak Prescott ain't going nowhere, right? Everybody wants to have the conversation about, do you pay him? Do you trade him for a pick? Get out of here. Dak Prescott is the quarterback. There's nothing we can do about that. We're not going to trade Dak and go sign Nick Foles and nothing stupid like that. Get out of here. Zeke is fine too. Zeke is going to be on this team. This year, Zeke will definitely be on this team. After the 5th-year option, that's another conversation to have. But I'm sure this year Ezekiel Elliott will be on the team, so we're not going to address running back today. Let's take a look at wide receiver, though, right? Cole Beasley, he's a free agent. Plus, he's getting a little older, 29, 30s almost kind of sort. He's getting in that range. Plus, if you think about all the other Dallas Cowboys receivers, they're guys that are 6 foot plus. I don't know if we signed Cole Beasley, but if not, we're gonna have to find a replacement for him. Couple options we can go because we know Coop and Gallup ain't going nowhere. We could just pull Cedric Wilson from the practice squad, right? He was an injury guy. He was just kind of on the reserve, so I don't even think he was on practice squad. He was just reserved, but he could step in and play slot receiver today. So you don't necessarily have a need to go get nickel receiver, but what I've been hearing is, from Tampa Bay, cat Adam Humphries, similar to Cole Beasley, nuanced route runner, pretty quick. I think Adam got a little more burst to him, and he's a bit younger. Plus, I think Humphries' price tag will be a little lower. I think Beasley is more valuable here than he would be, in some of these other, franchises or whatever. But I think in this offensive system that requires nuanced route runners, I think a guy like Adam Humphrey could come right in here and play slot. A lot of people talking about Golden Tate, like if Golden Tate was a guy that, that we would look at. I'm not necessarily sipping that Kool-Aid. He's older than Bees, I believe. I could be wrong there. I don't know. I'm not necessarily numbers guy. Hey, age, number, nerd, stat, analytic guys, go in the comment section and tell me how old Golden Tate is, right? Thank you. While you're there, also give us Adam Humphries' age just so we can get a clear idea of him. But what makes me think Adam Humphries would fit with Dallas, front office wise, is that I don't think he would demand big money. A guy like Golden Tate will probably hit you for a little bit, so that's just my thoughts there. Moving on to the tight end position, which everybody wants to push all 4 of these gentlemen off a bridge. I think it takes time for tight ends to grow. They got so much to learn. They got to grow into their man bodies. In college, they're in small bodies, and then they come into the league and they're asked to, block these edge guys or, run these complex route combos, right? Some guys pick up on things quicker than others, Swain is a second-year guy. Dalton Schultz and Blake Jarwin are effectively rookies, essentially rookies, pardon me. Rico still play basketball, So it's interesting that I think we can keep these 4 guys and just run it like that. I'm not necessarily rushing to push any of these guys off the bridge. Let them grow, let them develop. Guys like O.J. Howard, right? Top tier college tight end. He comes from Alabama, walks into Tampa Bay. It takes him a while to get going. George Kittle, his rookie year is nothing like his sophomore campaign, right? Let's keep these guys around to see if they can develop into something. We saw definitely from Jarwin and Swain, Jarwin and Schultz. We saw those guys definitely come on towards the end of the year. And Swain could be a valuable guy that we use on, kicking game, other little tight end packages or whatnot. I think he's a very balanced guy. But he's actually free agent dude, so I don't think, it's not really set in stone whether he's here or not. I think the one guy that may or may not be here next year is Rico Gathers. And I don't think it's because of not because of a contract issue. I just think Rico Gathers, when it comes down to team cuts and training camp, I just think someone would have taken a spot by then, right? I know Cowboys fans they want to draft a tight end, but I don't. If you're gonna draft a tight end, draft one elite enough to come in and be better than these 4 guys, right? Don't draft a tight end in the 5th because you have tight ends that right now that are better than a 5th round rookie tight end. But Jared Cook, formerly of Oakland, Oakland just cleaned the house over their Raiders. If you just want a veteran tight end that can kind of come in, get in the mix, that knows how to block, knows how to run these route combos, solid hands guy with a little bit of athleticism, man, go get Jared Cook, man. Just a good veteran contract you can just rely on and let your other guys just kind of grow around them, That's just my thoughts on that. O-line is where this thing gets interesting, man. Boy, oh boy. If you've been following Voch Lombardi at all, man, I clearly have my problems with the Dallas Cowboy offensive line. I think Connor Williams has been dragged through the dirt by these Cowboys fans, and I don't think it should be that way. Joe Looney, who was a great player, a great backup for us, a very serviceable guy, right? But I think if we're gonna move on to the promised land, we got to upgrade that position. And La'el Collins, I clearly want to push him off a bridge, man. Everyone asked me, I've been asked millions of times, gajillions of times, Voch, why don't we put Connor at tackle and La'el at guard? Well, I think it's a reason why they're not doing that. Coaches ultimately know more than us. And there has to be a reason why La'el won't play guard. He either refused to play guard or he doesn't fit well at guard anymore. I don't know. I'll let the pros handle that. But for whatever reason, La'el ain't moving from tackle, and I do think Connor Williams will be a top-tier guard. Connor Williams will be a top-tier tackle in this league one day. I totally believe that. Even if he ends up being Tyron's replacement when Tyron gets up out the paint. I'm just saying. But a free agent, that can help us is not really a free agent, but just an addition of our team. Travis Frederick will be back, right? And I just pulled a 2018 picture of him. This is how he was dressed all damn year, right? But not that I'm trying to push Joe Looney off a bridge or nothing like that, but damn, he ain't that dude right there. Joe Looney ain't this dude right here. This dude right here is a gangster, and he comes in and he will bolster this offensive line an entire extra point. Dak was the second most sacked quarterback in the league. 58 sacks, I believe, or something like that. Disgusting. If Dak is going to be our quarterback, I want to have this thing a Lamborghini for him. Continuing on my point earlier, you want to make a look at a free agent move? The Rams, Roger Saffold, right? They had a pretty good offensive line collectively in the Rams. I watched a little film on Roger when we was breaking the Rams down for the playoffs. I like him. I like Roger Saffold as a left guard in this team right now. Cowboys fans are gonna ask, well, do you pay him? I pay him. If you want your 2016 offensive line, I pay Roger Saffold what he wants. It'd be like, what, $9, $10, $11 million or something like that. We got $70 million in space, right? Go sign Roger Saffold and make your offensive line great again. Give Dak all the time he wants to throw. Give Zeke all these big-ass holes he wants to run through. Put your guy, Roger Saffold, at left guard. A lot of us ain't talking about that. Voch Lombardi is saying it. Now, the whole Connor Williams question, right? Because some people hear me talk offensive line, draft offensive line, or sign a guy. They hear me say that and they go, well, Voch, are you giving up on Connor Williams? Hell no. I think Connor Williams can take La'el Collins' spot. That's just my, I wouldn't even say right there. I wouldn't even say that it's disrespectful to La'el Collins, but I just feel like he hasn't been playing up to the standard that we want to play at, right? We pushed La'el to tackle because of a pinch. Like, we're in a pinch. Doug Free left. We had to put La'el somewhere. And I don't want him to be there just because he was once there. We moved Byron Jones. It worked out for the best. Let's move La'el Collins, right? But if he doesn't want to move, that's where these evaluations come from. That's what I'm evaluating it as. If La'el Collins does not want to move, then I am evaluating him as a right tackle and making him compete with Connor Williams. Connor Williams got more time as a cheap player. La'el Collins is owed $10 million. You could take that 10, give it to Roger Saffold. La'el's going to be a free agent next year anyway. Plug Connor Williams in at right tackle. Let my man Roger play left. Travis Frederick comes back healthy. Zach Martin and Tyron Smith are gangsters, and we back. We back. The Boys are back in town. and this will make me excited. Of course, there are some guys in this position that we could draft in the left guard spot. We could draft a guy like Elgin Jenkins from Mississippi State. I'm a big fan of his. Senior Bowl guy, nasty physical dude, can't move, can play guard and center. He plays center for Mississippi State. Played guard year before, or 2 years before, something like that. So if Travis Frederick has any hiccups, you could just plug him in there, move, and just move guys around. The offensive line is the only position Cowboys fans seem to feel comfortable with. Players playing okay. Jeff Heath plays okay. They want to push him off a bridge. Malik Collins and Antoine Woods were a part of an elite defense for 18 games. 18 games, they were a part of an elite defense, and they only had 2 bad performances, right? And now Cowboys fans wants to push. They want to push those 2 guys off a bridge because they had okay games. Cowboys fans want Cam Fleming at left tackle because he played okay. They want Xavier Su'a-Filo at left guard because he played okay. Shouts out to my man Foots the King. But Foots made the argument to keep Lael at right tackle. Lael played better towards the end of the season, Voch. Foots! I don't want played better towards the end of the season. I want some gangsters. Roger Saffold, Travis, Zach, Tyron. I know young Connor Williams is going to come into his way. I want gangsters on this offensive line, especially if Dak Prescott, everybody wants to talk about how, what he's missing talent-wise. Cool. Make his offensive line a Lamborghini. Make Zeke Elliott run through those 18-wheeler-sized assholes he used to run through. And let's go be productive on offense, guys. You know what I mean? I ain't want to scream at y'all. Wasn't my plan today, but I get passionate. It's what I do. Like the video, comment, subscribe. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to do a defensive version of this. It'll take a while to edit these silly-ass videos. But I'm going to do a defense version of it. And, before you know it, Combine's going to be a thing. And we'll definitely be talking about some more Dallas Cowboys prospects. All right? Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski. The Peasky Whiskey costs you nothing. Salute. The YouTube Illuminati is taking money away from your favorite content creators, and people often ask the best way to support the channel directly. I tell them that's subscribing to my Patreon. Just $1 a month would increase production and the frequency of uploads. Basically, that means more content for you. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can support the channel, call dibs on requests for future videos, and you can have access to Patreon exclusive material like my throwback film sessions. That's patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. I appreciate the support. Doski Woski. Salute.